All right, 258 class coming up next. Jason Wygand will be in here in just a moment. Sean Hackley now joining us as RacerTV.com live coverage from this 34th running of the Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com AMA Amateur National Motocross Championship as the 258 class rolls into turn number 1. It's the Bell Helmets hole shot, and this time it's going to go to, looks like Kawasaki rider number 12, Mitchell Harrison, out of Cairo, Georgia.
Yeah, we saw him come off to a couple good starts earlier in the week. You know, obviously he's one of the top riders, so he's going to go out, get a great start like he just did, and try to show out and show everybody what he has.
So out front, showing everybody what he's got and trying to put it at some distance right now is Mitchell Harrison, looking for our Moto 1 results here for the number 12. He actually finished second in that first Moto. Marshall Welton took the number 3 ride. And your Moto 1 win went to the number 34 of Marky Worth.
Yeah, we remember that Moto. They were both wearing the same color gear and everything. We thought they were battling or swap positions, but they just had us confused right there.
So this time, hopefully, we won't be as confused as we see the number 12 of Harrison continuing to hold steady there. And looks like he might be actually opening this up just for the moment over the Rocky Mountain, out of the Rocky Mountain Sweeper. But look behind him right now. A freight train of riders coming in with a madness and an intensity that is off the scale right now. Woo! Speaking of off the scale, welcome Wes Kane, brother, in here with us as he watched this 258 class. And
this 258 class is locked and loaded, ready for bear. Sharbono out there and the rest of the crew. Here they come. Watch them now as they come down right in front of the announce tower. And your leader out front doing a great job. What do you see there, Sean Hackley? Give me the rundown as they come down the first lap there. The top 10, how they looking?
Looks like out in the lead, Mitchell Harrison. Second, Tristan Sharbono. Third, Bryson Taylor. Fourth place is Henry Miller on the 29. Fifth is Dylan Walker. Sixth, Josh Osby. 7 is Nathan Haas. 8, Brandley Taft. 9th is Darian Sinai. And 10th is Blake Nieheiser. So very solid top 10 right there. You know, we have a few of the top riders, you know, just in the top 15, Lorenzo Lacurcio, Andrew Peace, Ryan Surratt, and Chase Marquiere. So, you know, really some great riders in this race.
Wow, look at that. Cody Chisholm all the way back in 16th, the 18th place position, the 60 of Stone Edler. So a host of names, not necessarily where we would expect and anticipate them to be. But look at this, Sharbono challenging Harrison as we head back through the through the Storyland region. Now look at that, one side of the racetrack to the other. I think he might have just sewed it right up right there, thread the needle. Let's see what happens.
Sharbono really looking good as he comes through Storyland, and Sharbono did make the pass.
Threaded that needle. I told you he was sewing it up, threaded the needle, and went right on, my friend. And now we have a new leader, Sharbono, making things happen out there on the number 69 machine.
Yes, Sharbono out there doing an awesome job out there, rider. And, you know, with a 14th in Moto number 1, must have maybe some bike difficulty out there. Didn't expect to see him back there back in 14th, but now, you know what I said early on, and you know as well, Sean Hackley, this is another test right here. How mentally strong are you? You come in a contender, you get a 14th, can you rebound in the next race and come back and try to win it? And how important is that?
That's the main thing right now. You know, that's what the teams want to see. Their next step for these guys is turning pro. And, you know, after the best first Moto, they're going to be like, all right, can he rebound? How can he perform? You know, in his, this is a no-pressure situation for him. You know, he can go out there, go 14-1-1, and, you know, kind of just show to the rest of the competition, like, hey, I'm the fastest guy. I just had a bad first Moto.
And that's what it is. You're only as good as your last Moto, last Moto 14. He's going out for redemption. When you have that situation out there, throw it away, go out there and ride the best you can to actually say, you know what, critics, you might have said this, but I'm coming back. I'm the best rider, the best equipment. Now I'm going to show you what I got. The proof is in the pudding. The cream will rise to the top. And I also want to thank the Cranenbuhl family and LaFontaine. Had a great dinner with those guys last night. Shared great stories with those, great memories with them, both them families. And I just want to say thank you guys for having me back there and inviting me for dinner. The Cranenbuhl family and the LaFontaine, you guys are awesome, first class.
I don't doubt it a bit. Always great staples here in the amateur racing world as we check in with the 258 class now after 2 laps. Sharbono, Harris, and Josh Osby in 3rd. Bryson Taylor in 4th. Bradley Taft in 5th. 6th place, Henry Miller. Nathan Hayes, I believe is how you pronounce that, in 7th place. Darian Sinai, the 57, in 8th. Chase Marquis Marquier in 9th place, and Blake Nieheiser in 10th place aboard the 16. And how do you say that? Is it Marquier?
Marquier.
Marquier.
Chase Marquier. But don't be fooled. Last night I heard some people back in the pits rambling about the A class. Let me just tell you something. Everybody out there is definitely a contender for this title. They're top. They're number 1 in their class. And just think about the guys just outside the top 10. Lucurzio, Walker, Surratt, Elder, McFarland, Mark Worth.
Yeah.
Our first Moto winner.
You know, I'm not going to mention no names, but some people were saying some stuff about the A class tonight, and I shut them down. I shut them down. I said, until you got a rider, until you're signed up in that class, I don't want to hear nothing out of your mouth.
Yeah. And that's a good way to put it.
These guys right here are putting it down.
Suntan Valley, Arizona's Mark Worth took a Moto 1 win on the Team Green Kawasaki. He is making some, trying to make up some lost ground there. 22nd place after 2 laps of racing here. We're going to keep an eye on him. We're going to see how bad he wants it. But check this out also. Marshall Welton was another name we saw back there. Remember, Welton got 3rd, so evidently these guys must have come off the gate together. Look at that. Mark Worth up to 15th now, as we see Welton now up to 20th. So some advances being made over the course of the last lap or so.
Big shout out I want to give out to the guys out there, Cody Eaton and the boys, Jacob Gabinski, all those guys, Pat and crew, doing a great job out there. And look, something happened to Surratt. Surratt was right around the top 10. Kevin Kelly says, hey, rider out in his first area here in front of the announce deck. Surratt hit the dirt. And now Surratt, Josh Moserman as well back there, trying to fight his way in there, Sean Hackley.
Yeah, you know, these guys, this is the hardest thing. The main thing is you want to get a start. You want to get out front because these lead guys will sprint and they'll check out. And by the time you break into the top 10 and everything, you're trying to make up such a distance.
I think Wes King walks out and the whole place falls apart. We lose their scoring monitor, the mics go dead and everything. I think he hit a button, but we found it. So Sharbono, Harrison, Osby, Taylor, Taft, your top 5 right there. And here comes your leaders now around the Thor Sweeper Beach and head toward the finish line for the completion of now what would be lap 4. Honda mounted ride, Tristan Sharbono, Factory Connection, Amsoil, Geico, Honda ride. I think he's got definitely got the team behind him, so you know that there were some major malfunctions, some problems, rider errors or something took place in that first moto, but he's got it all dialed in here in Moto 2 as Harrison, the number 12 machine, as well, is very dialed right now. And trying to look here, let's see, Harrison took 2nd in Moto 1, so he's actually looking in
he's in the best position right now.
Yeah, he most certainly is. Josh Osby, the 87 machine. Let's see where he finished up. He took a DNF in Moto 1. Wow. So, you're right, man. Harrison's got some big breathing room there, it looks like, in that that number 2 spot back there. So, Sharbono finishing way outside of top 10. Osby DNFing. Bradley Taft. Let's see, Taft was back in 9th. He's running 4th right now. The 22 machine of Bryson Taylor took 12th. He's in 5th. So, wow, man. That right there, this right here could be a day, a week that consistency really pays huge dividends.
Absolutely. You know, we're just looking at it. The first Moto winner, he's still back in 14th right now. And then our current leader, Tristan Sharbono, he finished 14th in his first Moto. So, you know, they could be 114 and 14-1 right now. And Mitchell Harrison's coming in with a 2-2. He has a pretty big gap over to the next closest person to him.
Yeah, that's a good observation there. And another good thought, though, right now is the fact that Sharbono, man on a mission, looking for redemption, so to speak, at a time of 156.482, the fastest lap we've seen so far in this moto. He backed it up that was lap 2. Lap 3 was close to that, but lap 4, 157.841.
Really impressive with the previous moto that we had, the 250B riders. They actually were setting faster lap times right now than the 250A guys are. You know, track conditions obviously are getting a little bit rougher.
It's working, Wes Kane. You about busted my eardrum when you slapped that microphone. You go thump.
And
oh,
our
Sharbono
leader just went down.
Sharbono down over by the billboard there. Man, how quickly things can turn around, and all of a sudden, Mitchell Harrison gets the big break.
Believe it or not, both these riders train down at GPF, so Josh Woods has got his pom-poms in each hand cheering for both of them. You know, a win by each of these guys is a successful win for GPF.
So, wow, Harrison turning a little faster lap time. Whether or not that was pressuring Sharbono, I don't know. But Sharbono goes down, and Mitchell Harrison takes over the lead and opens up quite a bit of a gap now between himself and second place, which I believe is still Sharbono, as through Storyland goes Mitchell Harrison, and there is Sharbono. You can see at least a good 4 or 5 seconds now off pace.
What do you do now, Sean Hackley, if you're Tristan Sharbono? Do you actually go after Mitchell Harrison? Do you want to really just put a nail in the coffin and say, I am the better of this class? Or are you just going to say, I'll save it for the next race, which Sharbono did win?
He should absolutely go for it. I mean, he's trying to make up a lot of points right now, and the best thing he can do is get a win, come away with the least amount of points possible, and just, you know, like you were saying, put that staple down and let everybody know I am the main contender.
Well, there you have it right there. It looks like Harrison out front, Sharbono in second. Josh Osby, we've seen him before. He's a young and up-and-comer. He's rode that Amsoil Arena Cross Tour. We've seen him early on. Bradley Taft, Bryson Taylor back in fifth, Henry Miller in sixth, Darian Sanahi in seventh, Nathan Haas eighth, Chase Marquier ninth, Lorenzo Locurcio in the top 10. And look at Mark Worth. Rodney, he's come all the way back from a 25th spot, knocking at the door in 11th.
Wow, that's impressive as anything I see out there. I think also impressive is the fact that Lorenzo Locurcio is turning sub 2 minutes in the number 10 spot. And with Locurcio and Mark Worth teaming up there together, Hayes, Sanai, and Miller and the boys ahead of him could be in store for some trouble.
Here's Ryan Surratt fighting his way back into 20th. He's like running 3 races at one time. He's in there, he gets a start, he's running mid-pack, goes backwards, restarts, back again. So he's just like shoveling sand against the tide out there, but putting in an aggressive, impressive ride today.
Yeah, he's looking good out there, no matter what. But, you know, I guess he could be struggling a couple sections right now, maybe tipped over in some ruts and just, you know, having a few problems. But he still put his head back on. He's getting out there and getting the job done.
Well, there you have it right there. There's your leader. We can catch him heading him back. And it looks like Sharbono, he's not gaining on him, Rodney. It looked like the deficit's right there. It's a 5-second deficit. Harrison turning a 2-minute .265 lap time, and Sharbono a 2:06 at .655. So about 5-second deficit out there. And Harrison actually says, you know what? If you can't handle it, I'm going to take over the wheel and I'm going to drive this ship.
Yes, you know, we're coming into the later part of the moto. We're a little bit past halfway. You know, these guys set a blistering pace on this opening lap, so could be a little tight, could be a little tired. You know, it's a very hot weather here at Loretta Lynn's this weekend.
Big shout out to Josh Moserman and his crew out there. Didn't get the start he needed out there. Steady, chopping wood out there, working his way lap after lap, rider after rider. He's working his way into a top 20 right now. But there's your leader right there. You can watch him. He's going to make the left-hander and come right in front of the announce deck. Your leader, Mitchell Harrison now. Smooth sailing ahead, 3 sheets in the wind. The number 12 ride looking good out there as he hand salutes Rodney Tomlin up here in the tower and heads in front of the Wall of Fame.
Wow, watching Worth's times back there. So Harrison and Sharbono posting up. Actually, the last 2 laps around, Sharbono has been sub 2 minutes, while Harrison's gone either a 2:02 or a 2:01. So the gap now down to 4 seconds. Osby's in the 1:59.9 range as well. He and Sharbono turning nearly identical lap times, about 0.8 of a second faster than both those guys. Taft back and forth. Darian Sanai in the 2:01 range. Henry Miller is 6th. Nathan Hayes in 7th. Bryson Taylor is 8th. Chase Marquier is running in the number 9 spot. Lorenzo Locurcio 1 second behind Marquier. Turning at 2:01. Worth has gone sub 2 minutes the last couple laps. That last time around, though, 2 minutes .580. He's now 4 seconds behind Locurcio, but regardless if Worth makes a top 10 here in the next couple of laps or not, I think that he has proven that he has got the ability to make up a lot of time. As we said, when we first picked up on him, he was in about 25th place, but actually the end of the first lap, I think he was a little further.
Well, Harrison finished second, moto number 1. Now trying to win this one, definitely would be on top of the roster for the championship run out there. I mean, you got Welton. He's had some problems out there. He's working his way in.
He's 16th now.
And our winner was Mark Worth. So right now it looks like Harrison, if all goes well in Moto 3, and Rodney, we've been here. Sean Hackley, you know what goes on here in Moto 3. You throw the cards in the air, and where they land, they land.
Absolutely.
You hope for the best, because that's the charmer.
Yeah, that's the toughest thing about Loretta Lynn. You know, we had the 3-moto format, so everybody's like, okay, used to the normal just 2 motos and everything, and that third one, that's the swinger.
So 2-lap board is out on this one, I believe. Tristan Charbonneau turning the 156.4 on lap 2, and Charbonneau's lap time last time around a 201.030, 3.7 seconds behind Mitchell Harrison. I got to say, I'm not counting Charbonneau out for the win in this one. You know, he may have just kind of be laying back and trying to strike late in the moto on Harrison, as Harrison was pushing very hard. But, you know, we can see that Harrison is certainly capable of doing something just like that, because he finished that second in Moto 1. He knows how to make things happen out there. And right now we see, as we watch, we see the gap, 3.7 seconds, Harrison Charbonneau. We're going to keep a close eye on that. At the same time, we welcome our good friends from the FCA Motocross here with us, who have got some pretty cool things going on over there at Lake Loretta's as far as the kids zone and the fun park over there. And your name, sir?
Bill Wellen.
Will Wellen, nice to make your acquaintance, and welcome to Loretta Lynn's, and thanks again for being on hand with us.
Yeah, we're here today actually selling raffle tickets on our bike giveaway again.
Uh-huh.
And this will actually be the last chance today to buy a raffle ticket.
Oh, that's right. We got the Kawasaki that we're going to be giving away from Babbitt's Kawasaki over there. It's part of a huge fundraiser that our friends here at the Fellowship of Christian Athletes Motocross are doing. Babbitt's donated a Kawasaki, Babbitt's Kawasaki / Sports Center. Tickets are $10 each. They're only selling 2,000 total tickets. The bike will be given away today here at Loretta Lynn's, or this week at Loretta Lynn's. Is it today, actually? Tomorrow. You do not have to be present to win, so if you're going to be taken off, you can still put your money in the running for that. But at the same time, the good thing about it, the money the money goes to a good cause, and that's helping out the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, we'd also like to talk a little bit about what we do at our summer camps.
Okay.
With FSC. We have, this year we have 11 camps and across the United States. And part of this raffle money goes to help fund scholarships for those riders.
That is awesome. They help out a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, right?
Yeah. We have local teams in each state, and they go out to the tracks and do trackside ministry and help raise funds for the kids that really can't afford to come to camp. So that's where we get our scholarship money. And then each camp will average about 40 to 60 riders a summer.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
We're lucky enough to get some of the pro riders that come and be instructors too, so that's really a nice blessing.
And if anybody wants to find out more about FCA Motocross or find out about what you guys are doing, we invite you down to Lake Loretta's, where the fun zone is, right?
Right, and they can also go to www.fcamx.com.
FCAMX.com. And you also have a booth on Bender Row, right? Or a booth on Bender Row, not a booth on Bender Row. So step on down and see those folks. Mr. Welton, thanks again for taking the time to talk with us as we are in the closing and waning moments of this 250A class here. And we are seeing Mitchell Harrison on his way to putting himself in position to possibly be the next 258 national champion crowned here at Loretta Lynn's and the Amateur National Motocross Championship. He is on rails, as it looks like he's riding that rail around the final turn and the final drive to the checker flag, and the Sunoco checkers fly. Folks, don't forget, if you're in need of race fuel, you need a fuel for a golf cart, your car, your generator, whatever, Sunoco Fuels right here on site has it all. 87 octane all the way up to the race fuel that makes you go real fast. As we are down in the cool zone area, you see that things are happening, and look, right to the center of the box, Mitchell Harrison knows exactly where that particular machine belongs. He may not know the angle to put it, but he knows that it belongs there.
Yeah, he was happy to get up there. You know, he's like, hey, let me get my bike on the podium, put it on the stand. I want to be up here. I earned this spot.
Right here. What he's doing is showing us what everybody else saw.
Everybody saw the rest of the moto.
Yeah.
Okay, like, hey, guys, this is the view you're getting for the rest of the week.
Yep, this is what the rest of it's going to look like for this 258 class for Mitchell Harrison. Tristan Sharbono will finish up in the number 2 spot. Josh Osby will take 3rd. Bradley Taft in the number 4 spot. Darian Sinai in 5th. In 6th is Henry Miller. 7th, Chase Marquier. Lorenzo Locurcio all the way up to 8th. I got to say, that was impressive. Moto 1 winner who was way out of it on lap number 1 ends up in 9th place. Marky Worth there. And Nathan Hayes, the number 58, rounds out your top 10 as Wes Kane has made his way down to the podium, and he's getting ready to celebrate with our 250A top 3. Well, while he makes that transition into the podium, we'll also welcome Jason Wygant back to studio here as we prepare for another great mid-afternoon of racing. Jason, I know that watching myself and listening to the race call yesterday, you guys, just like we were yesterday morning, it seems like, you know, I was like, man, I think that I got the better end of this whole deal here because we got all the good races. And then I watched and I listened to the races and the commentary of yesterday afternoon's races. And I'm like, wait a minute, you got it. But I think, you know, every one of us has got it. And Wes Kane has got our top 3 down on the podium right now.
All right, 250A. The KTM bunch is pretty happy down there. I've seen Scott Zonk and the boys down here. Josh Osby doing a great job. Josh Osby, tell me about your ride.
Yeah, we started off the morning with a 40th gate pick, so all the way outside. But luckily, I have Tom Zomp building my motors and got off to a good start and just rode consistent laps.
Well, I got a bronze medal here for you. We're going to put that bad boy on. You guys give it up. Josh Osby gets that medal. Now, tell me about the track a little bit.
The track's way better than yesterday. I don't really enjoy the rain, and, you know, it's fun. It's always rough. There's always a lot of competition, so it's fun.
Who do you want to thank?
Definitely everyone from KTM Orange Brigade. They've stuck with me the past 2 years, and I can't thank them enough for that. And John at 100%, every single person at Club MX, they've, I would say, been the biggest difference for me this year. And Fly Racing, Nihilo, FMF, just everyone a part of the whole KTM Orange Brigade program. You know, they all put a big program together, and I'm thankful for that.
This kid's got mad outdoor skills, but he can ride some indoors too. Keep an eye on this guy, Josh Osby. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, give it up for Josh Osby, finishing 3rd in 250A. Tristan Sharbono, come on up here. Got the silver. Come on, guys, give it up. Share the love. Come on over here front center to the fans at RacerTV. A 14th, a little bit of gremlins in Moto 1. You're coming back to capitalize. You're leading this one out. What happened?
You know, got a really good start that moto and got behind Mitchell and followed his lines a little bit, find some good lines. And got around him. He made a little mistake in the 10 Commandments, and I went around the outside in that split lane section. But got around him and was just holding the lead. You know, he was right behind me, still pressuring me. I couldn't get away from him. And came into the corner over here by the billboard, and it was blown out. My front tire just went straight through it. But, you know, those things happen. You got to trust the ruts out there, and it's hard to. But, you know, just you got to capitalize on it. You know, I guess 14-2 in this class. Just go out in the next moto and try to do the best I can to prove that I can do good. But, everything went good so far, and just the mistake in that moto is the one thing I need to capitalize on. But other than that, I think I rode good.
Who do you want to thank for this silver up here?
I'd like to thank Amsoil, Factory Connection Honda, Mike Larocco, Jeff Marshak, Ziggy, all the guys at that team, and you know, they've been helping me out a lot. And Josh Woods at GPF, 6D, Alias, 100%, Alpine Stars, Asterix, and everybody else. Thank you.
Congratulations, job well done. We'll see you up here next time.
Thank you.
All right, give it up, guys. Tristan Sharbono. And now, with our Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award and a gold medal, give it up for the number 12 of Mitchell Harrison. Congratulations, Mitchell Harrison. Tell us about your start. Tell us about your whole shot. The Bell Hell Shot Helmets Award going to you.
Oh, man, it's definitely easier getting the whole shot and being out front and being with the top pace on the track. I worked on some stars with Matt Walker and right before that moto, and I got dialed that time, and I saw Tristan on the inside of me, and I just kept it pinned, leaned back, and I got it.
You finished second in Moto 1. Now you win Moto 2. Has it hit you or even dawned on you? You are definitely in championship contention, my friend.
Oh, yeah. The first moto, I was in second, and I was like, no, I'm going to ride a consistent pace back here. It's hot out today. I don't want to overheat myself, and just ride a good pace right behind Markey and find some good lines. And now I got this win. I felt really good today, and I woke up this morning and I was like, I can get it done today.
Who would you like to thank for your success this morning?
My mom and dad, first off, because they're with me every step of the way, and there's no way I would be here without them. So thank you, Mom, love you, and Dad. And my grandparents, of course, they're amazing. They help me too, all the way. And Monster Energy, Team Green, Kawasaki, Pro Circuit, Dunlop, Fly Racing, Scott Goggles, Renthal, Asterix, GPF, Moto X Compound, Justin Boyd, and Alpine Star, and just everybody else. Thank you so much, and Madison.
It's all about believing and believing in yourself. Mitchell Harrison, do you believe? Can you do it?
Oh, yeah.
And there you have it, guys. Mitchell Harrison took it the A, Moto 2 winner with the gold. Take it up to you up in the RacerTV compound.